All glory and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the elder apostles, rather, Great Millstone, and the other apostles on down, and the sincere brothers in this truth, pushing across the four corners, and a few Aquasats out there, Aquathium, and of the confusion of face, man. So this video is gonna be called a time of trouble. All right. And it's pertaining to all the nuclear things that are happening. And I'm just gonna be getting a few news articles and precepts. Let's get straight to the point. So here's Ezekiel 33:7. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, Yasharallah. So we're here to be watchmen unto our people, man. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. All right. So we're here to warn them on behalf of Yahweh Shem Shai. All right. And so that's what we're doing, man. So a watchman video real quick. Hopes edified in the spirit. All right. So Yahoo News is reporting Russia-Ukraine war latest. Former NATO commander warns that West must gear up for war. All right, so like we've been telling everybody, man, through this power of Yahweh Shem Shai in these scriptures, man, that it's the end and people ain't really got a future they think they have, man. So while they frolicking to and fro in wickedness and blindness and being lost, it's all a vanity, man, utter worthlessness and futile. And it also goes on to say, as Russia's invasion of Ukraine hits its 64th day, a former NATO commander urged the West to prepare for a worst-case scenario, war with Russia. Meanwhile, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Thursday visited areas around Kyiv that were formerly held by Russian forces. This war is evil, he said while standing beside destroyed apartment blocks in the town of Borodyanka. And yeah, man, war is human sacrifice, man. But these things must come to pass. In response to the comments made by UK Foreign Secretary over the West needing to double down on its support for Ukraine, former NATO commander Richard Sheriff told BBC Radio 4's Today program it was absolutely the right approach and that it's got to be followed through with significant resources, and it's got to be done right across the alliance as a whole. So this was never gonna not be World War III, man. Ever since Russia went into Ukraine, when I was in the spirit, man, talking about Ezekiel 38, it's just a rumor of no, this is war. Some people just never really, educated themselves properly on these things. But, unfortunately, some of us brothers are veterans to Mystery Babylon in the world. So some of us might know a whole lot more than some of these other brothers pertaining to certain things pertaining to war and how these things actually operate, man. All the way down to the media. All right. This is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Man, so we're supposed to be doing this watchman work, man. Like, this is a huge part of it, man. This is what Noah was doing for 120 years. He was a watchman, he was letting people know the flood was coming, and he got on the ark. What does it say about those that didn't do what Noah was coming? They didn't get on the ark, man. Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right, so a vision, a big prophecy is coming. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So this person, these people, this person, Esau, has a wicked soul and it's not upright in him. But the just shall live by faith. The true and righteous Hebrew Israelites in the faith of Yahweh Shem Shai gonna live by faith, man. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine. All right, Esau's wicked philosophies on life and existence, all right, has destroyed everything. All right, and it's allowed him to conquer and prosper through the sword. He is a proud man. All right, so scripture says he's a proud man. Neither keepeth at home. He doesn't stay in his own God-given territory, so to speak, man. He's an invader and a thief. Whoso enlargeth his desire is hell. He's never satisfied, and and as is as death. Everywhere he goes, death, destruction, and utter eradication follows, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So he treats everything like it's a damn museum collection, man. Even the people Yahweh Shem Shai. This is the Daily Beast where they're reporting Putin stooges. He may nuke us all, but we are ready to die. It's crazy how these dogs don't bark until I do these videos, man. It's demons in these animals. You know, Shalak Riyam to these damn animals, man. So out there in Russia, man, they calling for nuclear war. All right. You know, they ready for it. They just want to bring down America, Mystery Babylon. Just when you thought the Russian airwaves could not get any stranger, Putin's puppets have now surrendered to the idea of nuclear apocalypse because at least they'll go to heaven. Now we know that Edomites are not going to heaven. You know, if there was that kind of heaven, there's not going to be any Edomites in it. All right. And that's what they're confused about. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So we're about to approach the worst calamities, period, in history, man. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. I mean, and this happened now, right now, with the silent colon, man. People that took that jump shot, man. All right. And, you know, we were warning people about that, you know, the different prophecies pertaining to the MOTB, man, and people ain't listening. And the next wave is that grain of rice. All right, so Amos 3:7, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So someone's got to have the truth, man. All right. And that truth came from the elders of GMS on down, man. And we've been revealing this truth. All right. Crying into the wind, doing street ministry. And people don't want to hear it, man. They say they love the Most High, but John 14:15 says, if you love me, keep my commandments, man. And they don't keep the commandments. They don't try to keep the commandments, and they don't want to hear nothing about these scriptures. You know, so we live in a world where people lie and lie to themselves, man. But at the end of the day, you're gonna reap what you sow. Deuteronomy 4:24, for Yahweh, thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power. So he ain't dealing with idolatry. He ain't dealing with heathens. All right. And he's an all-consuming fire, man. And that's why he's going to destroy this world with thermonuclear fire, man. So people are planning on this future that's never going to happen. All right. Because that's what's coming, is thermonuclear fire. Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. So all the people that contend against Yasharallah, man. And that includes all the heathen, because reincarnation implicates everybody. It says their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, man. All right. So, you know, these thermonuclear missiles, man, Revelations talks about 200 million missiles, man. All right. So in a twinkling of an eye, damn near, man, um, it'd take about maybe 500 seconds, 700 seconds for the Satan missile to hit here. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. All right, so people are going to be nuked in mid motion, man. You know, they're going to be going to pick up, you know, their Starbucks. And as soon as they walk out with Starbucks, the nuke hits right when they're about to take a sip, man. As in the days of Noah. Just like those water drops came out of nowhere. I see Call of Duty Revolutions for today. Everybody is planning for 5 to 10 years from now when it will literally be a miracle if we survive. Yeah, the elect will survive. We know the elect begin with 144,000 survive, and then everybody else is dead. America's set up to be an altar of sacrifice. So if you're a Hebrew Israelite, I can't tell because that name ain't spiritual. That's a worldly title. If you're a Hebrew Israelite, you should change that name. But if you are a Hebrew Israelite and you're in this truth, you might be the elect. All right, so understand, this is Daniel 9:3. Understand therefore this day, the day of Yahweh thy power, is he which goeth over before thee as a consuming fire, he shall destroy them, and he shall bring them down before thy face. So shalt thou drive them out and destroy them quickly, as Yahweh hath said unto thee, man. So it's straight up death and destruction, coming onto the wicked, the 2/3 wicked Hebrew Israelites and the heathen, man. All right. And slavery's next, man. Here's some more news. Russia warns of World War III ahead of Western summit on arms to Ukraine. So they're drawing a line. America's been the biggest human rights violators, Mystery Babylon. And these other nations, these weaker nations have beaten their plowshares and their swords, meaning that they went from being weak nations to powerful nations. So now, the Edomites here can't just get away with bullying the world. They're about to get punked and punched in the mouth. So here it says, Russia has warned of the real threat of World War III breaking out ahead of Tuesday's meeting between United States and allies over sending further arms to war-torn Ukraine. Moscow's invasion of its neighbor has triggered an outburst of support from Western nations that has seen weapons pour into the country to help it wage war against Russian troops. But Western powers have been reluctant to deepen their involvement for fear of sparking a conflict against nuclear-armed Russia. And that's what's coming, man, is America's going to get ultimately betrayed, man. All right. Let me see if all right, so this is Peter 3:15. And account that the long suffering of our power is salvation. Salakia. 2 Peter 3:10 is what I want to bring up. Yeah, man, they're gonna be destroyed too. Those borders are just illusionary borders, But when you look at everything was done to the so-called natives, Negroes, and Hispanics, it was from the tip of Canada was a lot of natives, and you know, whether it's a Negro looking native or so-called confusion of face looking native, from all there all the way down to Mexico as the primary body of Mystery Babylon. Then of course we know the epicenter is New York, you know, but Canada, America, Mexico, it's gonna get wiped off, man. There's gonna be a lot of other nations that get wiped off too because these missiles are gonna be spreading, you know. So a lot of places aren't exempt, man, because a Satan 2 missile, if it's dropped in New York, is gonna nuke up all of Britain because its blast radius is over like 1,500 miles, man. All right, so a lot of places is gonna be destroyed in this too. It's 200 million missiles. Second Peter 3:10, but the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night. And that's when these nukes is gonna hit like a thief in the night. It's gonna come that fast, you know, because people are gonna wake up and realize they dead, man. People are gonna be fast asleep. People are gonna be standing on their feet doing things. People are gonna be, you know, shooting a buzzer beater. You know, people are gonna be making love to some damn Babylonian harlot, man. Somebody's gonna be watching TD Jakes or IUIC or something, man. You know, listening to lies, man. People are gonna be scoffing, listening to trap music, and the nukes is gonna come like a thief in the night. Uh, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, because these nukes are gonna make a great noise. That heaven that's gonna pass away isn't talking about, you know, the unlearned people, man. Christians, they talk about, you know, there's a war in heaven and, you know, the pearly gates got nuked. No, that's not saying that, man. It's talking about the heavens, man, the power structure, those that are reigning on top, man. Esau is going to be brought down with thermonuclear destruction. That's what that's saying. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. So everything's going to get nuked. All right. So people are trying to put a window on what's safe, like you can run from this, and you're not gonna be able to run from anything, man. It's World War III, and the whole world is gonna go up in fire, just like the whole earth got flooded. So that's just proof you guys aren't really studying, man. Because the scriptures don't say just a part of this. So you guys are trying to figure out. It's just talking about first strike. America's gonna get wiped the hell out, man. Hebrews 12:29, for our power is a consuming fire. So Yahweh is a consuming fire, man. So he's in this fire. All right. He's in this fire. You know, so intelligently controlling these nuclear bombs. They'd say it's AI and stuff, but it's really him. The Most High is behind all this. Who he decides is dying and everything is real personal with him. Second Esdras 6:9, for Esau is the end of the world. All right, so the so-called white man is the end of this world. All his evilness that he's done to the Hebrew Israelites and to everything else in existence, from the trees to the animals, to water, to air, to chemtrails. I mean, this list just goes on and on, man. All right, he's a harbinger of death and wickedness. That's why Esau is referred to as the wicked in these scriptures, and that's the only truth that matters, man. All right. So this world is a wrap, man. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. And this is Revelations 18:8. This is a special treat that's coming to America. All right, because it deserves it for its wickedness. Actually, Revelations 18:3. For all nations have drunken the wine of the wrath of her fornication. All the nations have become Americanized with their Western, Greek, Roman, modern day culture. All right. And also, you know, who pushed the sucker punch, the jump shot on people, man. It came from America with Operation Warp Speed. right? Which Antichrist President Trump and all presidents are Antichrist and popes and religious leaders of Esau. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. So all this Western bullshit, everybody's made billions and zillions of dollars. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." So that means Hebrew Israelites only. That ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. So that's talking about the moment where the elect are taken up out of America. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities. Most High has remembered everything that the heathen has done, and he hasn't forgotten his covenant with us. Reward her as she has rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. So America is about to be destroyed as it has destroyed the world. For much, Salakia, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. America thinks that it doesn't have to pay for its crimes and that it can do it at once. All right, and that's pretty much the overall mentality of America and the wicked that live here, and the 2/3. Revelations 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. So as powerful as America's been, as long as it's been in power, it'll be brought down in one day. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh who judgeth her. So this place is ripe for judgment. What it did to the so-called natives, Negroes and Hispanics and West Indians, the Hebrew Israelites scattered in the Western hemispheres. All right. And nobody's redeemed from this except for the elect Hebrew Israelites, beginning with the 144,000, man. So everybody is 99.999%, probably 99.987 or 978% of the people you see are going to be dead, and most likely by nukes, man. Revelations 18:9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All right, so this is going to be the turn of the tides when America's nuked and taken off the map and out the scene. All right. Revelations 18:17, for in 1 hour. It's only going to take 1 hour. And that's what Russia's trying to say, and these power elite and these politicians and such, they know the inevitable. That's why they're the devil the Bible speaks of, man. This place is a satanic sacrifice. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. So that's one of the reasons why we don't see all the shipping. We see them all standing afar off. But soon when this nuclear disaster strike hits and destroys all of America, then people will really know why they were standing afar off. The whole world knows that this place is about to be destroyed, man. All right. The whole world does. And it's just a ticking time bomb. And it's just going to be that one day when you wake up, just like 9/11, man. And my previous video was edifying. That's all I got. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Damn, man, I can't even get my video out without all the fucking noise.